I'm so busy my head is spinning, but daily grinds and extracts its toll. Our day-to-day life rolls on regardless of the pressure I'm under. I work hard in my studies, fight hard in my sports. Yuzuriha-san, my upper body is always off balance when I try to run for it. Could you take a look? Sure, yes. There are only a few days left until my best friend's birthday, although I worked things out so I should just about make it in time. I can't help freaking out. I've always been both impatient and careful. I thought we were going to end up having to pull something out of my ass on a day is a constant worry. What do you think? Sorry, could you show me again? She probably thinks I just want to be sure, but truth is I wasn't paying attention. The girl danced the move again, this time I spotted a few areas of improvement. The timing of your leg swing is slightly late and also your expression is a little off. Try watching yourself in a mirror while you dance, that should help. Thank you, Yuzuriha-san. She flashed me a smile and returned to her practice. I stare at her for a moment until... You're being a real teacher to him, I'm impressed. When behind her, we hear the voice of a person who's currently causing the most internal strife. Year 1 is already ready for our classmates with open ear, Emmy. You think so? You can't fool me though. I know you were trying to get an invite to the other girl's room by offering to help her out with core muscle training. It's not just for a threat, rhythm requires a strong core. You need it for plie, tender, and everything else too, right? Oh, I agree with that, but you can't be going to girls' rooms willy-nilly. Oopsie. I stifle a smirk at the thought of all the time I spent in Yagaki-kun's room recently. That look. Of course my friend doesn't miss its brief flicker. Yuzuriha? I suppose I may as well confess. There are some things bugging me about this shapeshifter business. So I've been looking into it a bit. Into a shifter? Expression softened slightly, just a little bit more. Had to swing by some girls' rooms because of that. Very scandalous. I see, so you're investigating the shapeshifters too. Neri plays with a strand of her golden hair and she nods. What does she mean too? Now, next group, please take the floor. Hey, Sister Dahlia, it's been a while, it's been ages. Sister Basquiat's voice cuts off my train of thought and delivers me my predicament. No, turns out a bit premature to think I've been saved by Basquiat. Her interruption has gotten me out of my current bind. However, next words only serve to add to my troubles. Perhaps it would be best to cancel a Halloween party. The soft rays of a morning sun stream gently into the room. I think the Council of Nicaea would itself be reluctant to hold a party where there's risk of injury. Sister Basquiat broaches the issue after calling me for a private word. I'm sorry, Miss Sister Basquiat, but I don't quite see what you're... She blinks at my confused response and her cheek flushed to realise she's got ahead of herself. My apologies, of course you wouldn't know, the incident only occurred last night. Someone was hurt? She nods, looking distressed. Yes, last night a student was injured in the textiles room where we were working on their Halloween costume. The shadowy figure of a shapeshifter looms in my mind. The girl who disappeared in the spring. What happened? The dorm mother took in a student who had been found injured and unconscious in the textiles room. Sound more serious than I thought. The dorm mother took her in, so she found her passed out in the textiles room when she was doing the rounds. That is... Sister Basquiat looks down, internally debating whether or not she should answer my question. I would appreciate if you could keep it to yourself the fact it was Miss Shirahane who found her. Suoh Shirahane's name leaves her lips. So Suoh-kun was the first one on the scenes? Why? This is the story as I heard it from Miss Shirahane and Miss Katabami, your dorm mother. Sometime after lights out, Miss Yohane realised that she left something in the textiles room. Since it was something she needed for the following day's lessons, she hurried over there, but when she arrived, she found the door locked. Yes, I know what you're thinking. My door to her room is never locked. So finding it strange, she went to her dormother's room to ask her to unlock it. They returned to the textiles room together and knocked on the door several times, calling out to a student within. Yes, I asked why they would do that too. They informed me the room can be locked from the inside. So it occurred to them, perhaps there was a student inside. Since there was no response to their calls from the locked door, Miss Kitabami unlocked it and they went inside. There they found the student in question collapsed on the floor, a torn dress beside her. Looked for all the world as though she'd been attacked. Of course they rushed over to her, but she didn't get to respond to their voices. After seeing she was injured, they carried the unconscious student to a nurse's office. How is she doing now? The injury itself wasn't too serious, just a minor cut to her hand from her dressmaking shears. However, she said she'd seen the shapeshifter. It's a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it? Sister Basket nods fervently after crossing herself. She continues. According to a student, one of my own, actually she wasn't making very good progress in her costume at half of a party. And so she snuck into a textiles room after lights out to work on it. Feeling guilty about breaking the rules, she locked the door while she worked inside. Then she saw the shapeshifter. Yes, she said she saw herself standing before her. The grounds of this academy are no place for such an evil spirit. Elvis pops up every year all over the world. She looks up questioningly. People notice these impossible things precisely because they're impossible. Have you made this incident known to the other students? No, I haven't. Dormother Katabami and Miss Yohane are the only ones who know. Is that right? I wonder whether or not she's sworn them to secrecy. Suoh and Dormother Katabami are both discreet people, but since there's a victim involved, the story's sure to leak. People are always gotta talk. Is this shapeshifter real or fake? If it's real, with simply its explanation, we were rumours of a creature already had her scared. The girl simply conjured a shapeshifter of her own mind. It does happen amongst people of our age. However, if it's a fake, I turn over the possibility of there may being someone out there playing a prank. Sister Basket repeats her suggestion of cancelling the Halloween party. Sister Basket, could you leave the issue with me? Do you have an idea? I know the Halloween party isn't an official school event, but it's an event that's been held by the council for many years. I don't want to have to break that tradition. She gazes deeply into my eyes and I catch a flicker of indecision in hers. I understand. We'll give it a little more time. As the council and the president, please do not take this decision lightly. As I stare after a retreating figure, a Beatles song suddenly pops into my head. Day Tripper. I dream of bubbles. Starting to look back with rose-tinted glasses at my life of just days earlier, when all I had to fret over was my best friend's birthday. There's no use in getting sentimental about it. What I can do is take action. That's not simply drift through the bubbles. With my hand through my ponytail for the umpteenth time, I drop my gaze back into the almanac. I know that feeling when you hand through your ponytail. Well, it's not like I find what I'm looking for doing that easily. I don't have any more information now than I did investigate the textiles room previously. Usually the room is left unlocked. Our door mother has a key. You could also use the internal lock without a key. Starting from these facts, if we go by the theory of someone playing a prank, looking to scare a student while she was working, and have to get inside a locked room. Dormother Katabami has a key, and they can't have come from the door from where then outside. The textiles were on the second floor. There are no gutters or anything that might serve as a foothold. Ah, we got a classic locked room puzzle here. Gonna have used a folding ladder. No, that wouldn't work either. We had ladders that are used to prune trees. They're locked away inside a storage cabinet to make inaccessible. We're lying in wait beforehand. But it doesn't seem possible either. When I've been moving previously, there weren't any places in which a person could conceivably hide away. Had somehow known in advance their victim was feeling guilty about breaking the walls, they would be working with lights off, and so sought to blend into the darkness. What, they camouflage themselves to look like a wall or like a ninja? That's ridiculous. Firstly, our prankster would need to know ahead of time if a student was going to turn off a light. But need to have nerves of steel to lie and wait for a dark as long as it took. Thirdly and finally was the most perplexing hurdle. The victim claimed she saw herself. So what, they somehow bought a full-length mirror of them? Just for a silly scare prank? Thought alone is crazy. It's not like we don't have any mischievous students, except this goes way beyond a mere prank. Anyway, first things first, I should probably hear what Mother Katabami has to say. It's not that I don't believe what Sister Basket told me, it's just that every retelling story is subjective. Hearing a voice from the other side of the door telling me to come in, I open it and step into a Mother's room. We're finally going to meet this Katabami person, are we? No, apparently not. Her version was pretty much the same as Sister Basket's. On my way back to the classroom after a brief trip to a lady's room, thinking back to my conversation with the dorm mother. Were there some slight differences between Inspector and Suoh's? A new version of a tale had been brought to no new revelations. Dorm Mother Katabami's story began with Suoh coming by her room. After hearing that she left someone in the wardrobe room, and that the door was locked, she had come back to her room. On arriving at the destination, Suoh had called out from the door, with no response forthcoming. She had told Suoh to stop and lock the door herself. When I stepped to her room, we were confronted with the sight of the unconscious student. No real inconsistencies up there though. There's one thing that differs from my previous assumptions, and that is the state of a dress. When I heard from Sister Basket there was a ripped dress beside the unconscious student, I imagined it being completely shredded. However, when Mother Katabami had shown me the actual garment, the only damage can be found was one clean tear running straight from the collar. Anyone with some sewing ability, including me, was looked perfectly repairable. It didn't seem like something a shapeshifter destroyed out of spite. A ghostly suicide victim with lingering resentments. Who am I, Neri? I shake my head when spotting a familiar figure further down the corridor. I raise a hand to wave to them. Noticing me, the girl comes trotting over. Yuzuriha Senpai, fancy meeting you here. Ichigo and pushes over to me like a delighted puppy, barely stopping short of throwing her arms around me. Her sunny presence lifts me out of my gloomy thoughts and, introducing from which floor she's on, asking if she's on her way to ballet. Yeah, we have ballet next. Did you just have it? Yeah, I was just on my way back to the classroom from the bathroom. Did you forget your leotard or something? I wanted to go to the bathroom ahead of time, so I got Ringo to take my stuff. It's like the moment you get into a leotard, you've got to go. I grin and she looks a little embarrassed. I guess she can be more girly than I thought. It looked like you were deep in thought back there. Did it? Oh, Ichigo's such a sweetheart. Are you perhaps investigating the shapeshifter? Consider my words for a moment. As president of the Council of Nicaea, I have to do something. Even if it's just a strain, someone was just started to hurt themselves. I suppose though she's alluding to a previous incident, but Ichigo shakes her head cutely. That's not what I meant. I heard someone else was hurt yesterday on my hand this time. Sister Basket really should have issued a gag order. I knew that Ichigo couldn't have gossip and was always the first to hear about anything. But I feel a headache coming on of a knowledge of word is already out of this. The person that got hurt was Tsurubuki-san, one of her girls who transferred into her class. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Of course I did. I was just hoping you could look into it before it blew up. Of course, getting hurt is terrible, but her dress being ripped is super unlucky. The Halloween party is going to be cancelled, isn't it? Tell her not to worry about it. She's to worry about her dress? Of course, it's a Suoh-kun. Doesn't have a costume, she has to wear a uniform. Strange to me, the ordinary kind Ichigo-kun. She's more concerned about the girl's dress. Of course, not having costumes is brilliant, but it's not a be-all and end-all. It's a student-run event, so its rules aren't that strict. Oh my goodness. If she couldn't participate without a costume, I'd feel sorry for her. It really anything to do with her, but it would be awful for the other girl too. The other girl? What do you mean by that? The dress was ripped, wasn't Tsubaki-san's? No, it wasn't. But it was so bad she couldn't participate, just because the ship ripped it up. Looks like I fall into a trap of making assumptions. Torn dress found beside the unconscious girl. Of course I'd assume the dress has been working on. Guess I gotta return to square one and rethink. Thanks, Ichigo-kun. I got some real valuable information talking to you. I pat on my head and cheeks flush crimson as she looks up at me adoringly. Thankfully, may have a dependable underclassman one more time. I decided there's one more personal side of the story I needed here. Since I finished with my preparations for tomorrow's long-awaited birthday, I've decided to end the episode. Bye-bye.